yeah, so quite painless, really, apart from one bit where, you know, he gets you to do your signature and to check it against your passport, and actually my passport didn't have my signature in it. Good morning, guys. Gosh, it's a bit dark, isn't it? We are in Canggu currently, just leaving our guest house, and we are going to go do our visa good morning extension metrics. Basically we have to go get our face photographed and like give our fingerprints as well. So to do that, let me just see it. To do that, we yeah, need to go into Denpasar, up there. Yeah, Denpasar. Sorry, just got a Gojek coming as well, so trying to do it all at once. But yeah, so we're just waiting for a Gojek to go to Denpasar. This is kind of our visa extension on our visa arrival. So to do this, we actually got a guy. Oh, this might be him. No. We got a guy, actually a fellow YouTuber. What's up, Bali? So what's up, Bali? Yeah, I'll maybe put his link in the description. To do the extension, it cost us 850,000. I think, you know, he provides a service. He takes like 2 weeks. He had his people come and pick up our passports from our one before, so place, which was in Seminyak. 1 second, so Gojek driver maybe. Okay, so where did we get up to? I don't know. So it's a 2-week process. The first week the What's up Bali man sent a guy over to our guest house, picked up our passports, took the money, the 850,000, and they kind of do a lot of the paperwork for you. Then after a week, which is now today ish, it was actually 8 days I think, you then personally have to go to the immigration office and get your photo taken and your fingerprints taken, and then that's kind of it for you, because then a week later your agent, which in our case again is What's Up Bali, will send, or you have to go pick up either your passport from your agent, or he will come and deliver it to you. So we're going to have him deliver it, I think, to Uluwatu, where we're going next. So yeah, that's really convenient, because he picked it up from Seminyak. We've obviously now just been in Canggu twice, and then we're going to go to Uluwatu. So to have him just be able to do that all for us is great. Slightly annoying that we have to go in and get our photo taken and fingerprints taken into Denpasar, but yeah, we want to go see what Denpasar is all about anyway. You know, and the 2-week wait is a bit of a long one, because it kind of made us stay kind of in this Canggu area, or at least in this bit of area. Otherwise we would have been in probably Uluwatu already. So yeah, but you know, it's a I think a good you know, process, a good service so far. Yeah, we haven't actually got our things yet, and we haven't had our passport, like we won't have our passports for 2 weeks, so it's kind of a thing that you do have to take into consideration, I guess. There are other services which are like speedier, like one's a week, one's I think 10 days, maybe even 3 days, something like this. and those you pay a bit extra for each one. And it's really interesting actually, because currently today for us is our last day on our visa.
Oh yeah.
Like our 30-day visa, the one with the visa on arrival. And obviously we're not going to get our passports back without our extensions for another week. But from what I understand, once it's in process, you're already covered. So once they kind of put it into process, then it doesn't really matter when you actually get your passports back. But to get your passports back earlier, you can do like the express. So let's say you want to go to a different part of Indonesia, for example. So you'd want that express service so that you could pick your passports up. But it doesn't mean, for example, it doesn't mean that we're not covered, if that makes sense. Maybe I'll explain it in another video later when we're not like driving in a car. But yeah, so that kind of explains a lot of it, and where we're going as well. So Denpasar, photo and fingerprints. Oh, also they did say long trousers, or things below the knees and cover your shoulders. So I'm wearing my best. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. Also our agent sent us like a thing with a QR code and like a kind of a receipt of payment, so that you have to take with you, whether your agent sends it to you or whatever else happens. I think you can do the process yourself, so you can go in, but you'd have to go to Denpasar I think 3 times. So yeah, going backwards and forwards 3 times is kind of redundant in a way. Like, it does cost a lot depending on where you are. So like, for example, now this is like a 40-minute drive or 45-minute drive from Canggu, and it's going to cost about 100k each way. So it does add up. So it's definitely worth doing with an agent, because it saves you basically 400k approximately. Cool. All right, well, when we get there I'll let you know. See ya. Hello. We're still in the Gojek. And speaking of which, I thought I'd just say, maybe, they do give you, for example, for us, they've given us a big time slot between 8, I think, and 11:30. They did suggest get in there at 7:30 though, so that's interesting.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they just say between 8 and 11:30, and then like 7:30 in brackets, which doesn't really make sense. So it doesn't open until 8 o'clock. But yeah, so that's one thing maybe to keep in mind, but also obviously the traffic. So if you've got a set time, maybe give yourself, like it says on Google, it says 45 minutes, but maybe give yourself an hour, 2 hours, maybe. We don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be fine actually. Like, he's moving pretty fast, but I just have noticed there's a lot of traffic. Everybody's going to and from,
especially in the morning.
Yeah, the morning traffic, rush hour traffic basically. And also, I have heard the earlier you go the better. If you stay like a bit, if you're in a bit later in the day, then you could be waiting 2, 3, 4 hours maybe. But this is why we're going, it's now 8 AM. Well, we left at 8 AM, so we're trying to get in there as early as possible. Hopefully it'll all work out. Yeah, and then I think, so we've been given a time slot between 8 and 11:30. You then go and you actually just get like a ticket apparently, and wait your turn. Much like you would in a doctor's office or something similar to that.
Or like I actually done American visa in London, and I think I went through like the most complicated process, and it was the same: queuing, ticket, pictures, interview, and I think fingerprints as well. I'm not sure, to be honest, but I think so. So yeah, so it's this kind of process probably as well, traditional one.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty standard in some respects. Like the 2-week thing for me is what I don't understand about it, but you know, obviously they've got their own ways, and I think, like, you know, there's probably a lot of backlog, a lot of people trying to get their visas and visa extensions as well. Anyway, that's just something maybe to keep in mind. Just time-wise, giving yourself enough time, whether to get there or whether it's once you're there as well. Because yeah, like I have heard, for example, people turning up at 4 or 5 and then waiting until 6 and then they close, and then basically they can't get their visas that day. Yeah, which is a shame for them. So yeah, just be mindful, time wise, give yourself a lot of time. Nice one. Well, we're making good time actually, so when we get there, I'll let you know, like I said before. Okay guys, we're here at the immigration office. Made it. Don't exactly know where we're supposed to be going, so we're gonna go have a look at this map. Here's the map. I doubt there's information service down there as well. I doubt they'll like me filming in there, so I'll probably say goodbye to you here. This is it here. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Hello guys. So we are kind of, well, in the queue. To get in, you go through there, then around, then you get your ticket in there. So we've just come out of here because I think we're like number 188 and 189, and I think they're up to about 100. So it's already, what's the time now?
9:40.
9:40, and I'm not sure if they started at 8 o'clock or if they started at 9 o'clock. And they're about halfway to our number. So yeah, maybe about an hour's wait, I guess. Maybe 2. We shall see. The numbers do seem to be going pretty quickly though. But in there's no real place to sit down, or well, there is, but all the seats are taken because it's full in there. So we're out here getting a bit of fresh air, getting a bit of sun actually. Haven't had sun like this for a while.
Yeah.
Don't feel like I've been in the sun like this. Yeah, so we're just waiting. Should be, like I said, about an hour, and then we get, well, on the ticket. So you get a ticket like this, and it says photo and interview. So obviously they interview you as well. I think one prerequisite is that you have like ongoing or outgoing travel, and we do have a flight out on going to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So yeah, so we're all good in that respect. I don't know if they need to check that, but maybe it's good to have the document ready. Also, perhaps your insurance and your vaccine certificates and all that sort of stuff. Didn't really think about it when I left because the message from the guy said, oh, you don't need to take anything and you don't need to pay anything. Or maybe I was mistaken, you don't need to pay anything for you don't need to take anything. He didn't really say to take any specific documents. But we've got them all anyway, and it's probably a good idea to have them just in case, because like I said on the ticket stub thing, it does say that there's an interview. The numbers seem to be going through quite fast, so I can't imagine that interview taking very long, but I guess we'll see, and I'll let you know. Okay guys, so we're done. There it is there. But yeah, so that took, well, it's now 11:20. We got here at about 9 AM. So that's 2 hours 20 minutes. but pretty pretty harmless, pretty easy. Yeah, just the wait, and you know, the hunger sometimes. But there is a cafeteria or like a cafe in there, like a couple actually. There's two like little warangs, so if you are hungry you can just get food there. They also actually, when we first turned up they had free tea, coffee and like biscuits, so that was nice. Grabbed one of them. Coffee wasn't that great, but I had a jasmine tea before that. But yeah, then all you do is, you know, you wait, go in, get your ticket, go to counter number 4, and then they give you your ticket. This is if you've already you know, done it with an agent, I think, because we had an agent. Like I said, I'll link them down below. So, you know, for us it was quite simple. I think like if you were coming in here and doing it all yourself, like there's maybe an extra step that you'd have to do, or a previous step that you had to do on a previous day, like a week ago, for example. And so I asked them when we would get our thing back, our passports back. It is a bit strange because they kind of show you your passport, say, is this yours? And then you're like, yes, and then they don't give it to you. So it's a strange feeling of like someone else just holding on to your passport for a long time. But we do get it back in about, I don't know, 6 days or so. So it's now like oh no, like in a whole, yeah, it's a week. It'll be a week before we get it back still. Which is fine. We're not going anywhere apart from Uluwatu. I think what I should just said is that we already have our place booked, and she's quite excited about it. I think she's quite excited about Uluwatu in general. So excited that she's lost where we're going at the moment. Yeah, so quite painless, really. Apart from one bit where, you know, he gets you to do your signature and to check it against your passport, and actually my passport didn't have my signature in it. I didn't realize that I hadn't signed my passport. Probably a bad thing. And he asked me if I'd like to sign it now. I was like, okay, yeah, probably should do that. So then I guess he checked it against each other, maybe. Yeah, and then they do like a laser or like an infrared fingerprint on each of your fingers. They take a photo of you. If you're tall, they make you like move back and back a bit more, and then a little bit more back, and then crouch down.
Really?
Yeah. I was too tall for the camera, otherwise. He didn't want to extend the camera. Which is fair enough. You know, I guess he's, you know, sees a lot of people coming in, not many tall ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's a little bit grumpy to start with until he realized that I was really goofy enough not to sign my passport. Then he kind of cheered up. But yeah, I think so mine went quite easy. Asha seemed to go even easier.
Yeah.
She was next to me.
They do ask how long you've been in Bali for.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to remember, I prepared everything with like vaccine certificates, flight out, everything. But then they asked me how long I've been here, and I was like, I'm not sure. So like roughly, I mean, I said 2 weeks, which is true because we went 2 weeks, 1 week in Canggu, 1 week in Seminyak. So like Medewi. So yeah, just make sure you remember exactly your date of arrival.
Yeah, they didn't really ask me any questions like that. I think once he spent all that time trying to sort the camera out and me getting shorter, and then my signature, he was kind of like, right, that's enough of him. So yeah, I don't think got asked any questions. Yeah, they didn't even check like if we had outgoing travel. Nothing like that. Not for me anyway.
No.
But you know, like each time I'm sure they ask different questions of different people, depending. Yeah, they don't want to ask the same question all the time. Probably gets them. They're probably bored of it as well. Okay, so that's it for now until we wait for our passports. Our guy's really cool. Like, so he originally picked our passports up. in Seminyak. We've been in Canggu, and now we're going to Uluwatu soon, and he said he can drop it all the way down to Uluwatu. I think I can't remember where his office is. Might be Canggu actually. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so great service. Oh,
That's a statistic.
I'll put his link down below. For now, we are going this direction. We've got the navigator on the case. I think she's found a place to eat. She's very hungry. She didn't go to the cafeteria there. She wanted to save herself for something that she's found.
So there is this road, like where basically we were here, and there's this road that is it's recommended just a corner. So it's Sok Agung Tresna corner. So
okay, well we're going to a place to eat. It's cool. So we'll see you there. We'll see you there. It's a really nice day actually. It's one of the sunniest days I've had for quite a long time. I think like because we're in Denpasar, it's probably a bit hotter. It's a bit hotter in like the center of the country, or the island, shall I say, as opposed to on the coast, where obviously you get the sea and the ocean, the waves, the wind, kind of cooling everything down. So yeah, it's hot, 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 hot. So we're going somewhere. Asha is leading the way. I'll let you know if we ever get to where it is. Bye, 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 bye.